Whoa, Christ, that made me jump. I mean, they are so food aggressive. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today, you can see I've got two small tubs there and obviously this on the counter, which is the Phormictopus Cancerides the Hispaniolan Giant from the Caribbean islands. So it's an absolute monster, can get to 20 centimeters plus. And I'm going to transfer them into this. So obviously it's slings that I'm doing today, but these I had the OBTs in and they're brilliant to see all the way around. And the reason I'm putting them in here is they're basically ready to outgrow this tub. They could stay in there another molt, maybe two. But the reason is when I got them as tiny slings, they like to burrow and they hid away. Then they used to come out and molt and then go back down, and now they just stay up permanently, so I know they're ready to be moved on into something that I can visually see them with. So something like this would be perfect for them. They've had hides as well, but they've buried the hides and they don't want it, so I don't know if I'm going to put a hide in here or not yet, but I just want to do something where it's nice and clear and they just sit out in the open. So that's what I want to do, is get that in there and obviously grow them on and then put them into something like a bigger glass enclosure that I could see them grow on, because these get quite a good size. So let's just get them from here into there, and what we'll do is I'll quickly set these up and then I'll show you them and then little attitudes on those and then see if I can get them in here nice and easy. So quite shallow, but that's all I need for them at the minute. They'll last in this for a couple of months. I just wanted to get them out of here because you can't really see through these. This will just give it a bit more room to traverse, and just wanted to see what they're like. Excuse me. Just wanted to see what they're like with the moss, whether they dig it up, whether they dig up the substrate and put it on the top. And the reason for that is when I put them in a bigger enclosure like I've done on my other ones, some don't like the moss, they just cover it up with dirt, so there's no need to put it in. Others seem to go to it and they get the moisture from the moss rather than the water dish. So I've put the water dish in there, hot glued a little bit of bark in just so they can go under it, and we'll see what they're going to do. So let me just show you from this angle. So there it is. So you've got the hide going underneath, hot glued that section there, just a little bit of space behind so they can get through this way, and the moss just so I can have a look and see what they do, and the water dish there as well. So now let's see if I can get them in nice and easy. I think I'll do it there. No idea which ones these are, male or female, but they've grown really quick, and they've such feisty, hungry eaters. They eat everything to the point where I fed one and it chucked away the remains, the bolus of the food, and I offered it another prey item and it took it immediately. These will just eat and eat and eat. Plus these tubs are good, but it's popping this off. It just startles this species. Like, still I can't get it off. Look. There we go. So let's give you a close-up of this. You can see I kept it dry. There was an ink pot in there, but it's buried it as per usual with these. But you can see it's already got quite a good sized abdomen, and these are very feisty. You can see it's got like a different colour, like almost a ginger tinge on the abdomen, and it's got like a gold tinge of hair on the legs. So at the minute it looks like an LP, I would say. It looks quite like that. But today was the day that I was going to just mist, and I soaked say a quarter of the enclosure and just let that soak into the substrate so it's got humidity. But I find that then this tarantula goes away from the humidity to the dry side. So, but I still like to give them some moisture. In the new enclosure they have a water dish, and I expect that to be buried within probably a couple of days. But let's just see if I can get it to go up and over, which would be ideal. Whoa, Christ, that made me jump. I mean, they are so food aggressive. These will just bite down and bite down. But now they're good size. That's 2 inches, easy. Maybe slightly over. Let's see if I can get it to go up and out. Come on. Now it knows it's not food. Come on, look, raising the abdomen. Come on. Always forget with these that it makes me jump. Come on, there we go. See if I can get it to go down. Right, so they're only going to be in here for a couple of months. They really just recently molted about 2 weeks ago anyway, so there we go, it's laying down some web. Let's just get it in, see if it can go under. They actually look bigger than what I thought. It looks bluish on the camera there. And that will do for it, so get it nice and comfy in there, and it would dig out within a day or so. But this would have taken another prey item, but it has got a very large abdomen, so I don't particularly want to feed this one for a good few days. I'll probably leave this one for another 5 days and then check on it again and see if it needs to eat something. But it's got a very large abdomen. But it's definitely like a bluish sort of tinge. That is coming out on the camera. Yeah, I can see it to the eye off the camera as well. But that is lovely. See, these tubs are brilliant for little tiny slings, but it's just getting in there, popping it off. The food hatch is okay, but when you go to get the other corners off, it just becomes a bit difficult if you've got a bit of a skittish tarantula. So let's get this one down, and I'll leave that one there. So you can see that as well. You can keep an eye on that one for me while I try and do the next one. Let's just see. This one is same size, exactly the same size. God, that's done quite a bit of webbing already. Yeah, and this one, they didn't do any. So not even laying down like as a silk sort of mat. See if this one jumps. They're slightly different size in legs, so I'm hoping I've got one of each. There you go, it's got that off. It actually looks in pre-molt. So you can see the water dish there on this one, it moves it around constantly. So let's just see if we get a feed response. Not as much. Just curious. Come on, buddy. So I think this one is in pre-molt, one behind. Use the straw though, just in case this one fancies a little nibble. Go, the little spinnerets go in. They're quite easy to handle. Going the wrong way though. There we go. And this one is definitely in pre-molt, I think. I can tell the difference on the abdomen. But both very well fed. And like I said on the last enclosure, you can see I did give them a starter hide, which they blocked up completely, and then they just sat out on top. And that's how I knew they were ready to get changed. But for a sling though, that is perfect for them. So give them something to burrow down. And then now, is this one going over to the water dish? No, it's going to come on out. In you go. Come on. There we go. I think that looks good, so we'll find out if they go underneath and dig or are they just going to stay out on top, but I think that's perfect amount of room for them at the minute. Another molt, maybe 2, and then I'll get them in something bigger, but they're starting to get quite bold now. They're getting a good size, but that's absolutely brilliant. So there we have it, my Hispaniolan Giants. And they're only small at the minute. They're juvenile size now, sling to juvies, but I've had them for quite a while, and they took a while to grow from the smallest stage. But we'll just get this one back in. Come on, down you go. There we go. But once they started feeding, they would just bang feed, and they kept feeding until when they stopped, I knew they were going into a molt. So, but they like exploring, and they move the dirt around in their dish like constantly. They're just constantly doing it, which is good to see. And then when you feed these, it's always an event, it's always something, it's quite explosive, and I like feeding these, definitely. But hopefully that looks okay. I'm going to pop the lids on, and then you should see that on the next one for the update, and I'll see how they've done the enclosure, and then we'll go from there and see what we rehoused them in. So thanks very much for watching. See you on the next one.